right here or right there?
No matter. You're gonna be together and then be deep on that? I got a date. All right, bet. And I'm just gonna go with the questions and clear it out. I'm good. I had to look at my meter. So we got we got around 20 questions today. Yeah, we got around 20 questions today, ranging from your early beginnings all the way to your future plans.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're about to do your intro now, actually.
Okay.
All right, so welcome to the SGS Podcast, new edition. It's called Downtime with your boy DT. Today I have Gia Ditto. Care to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Gia Ditto. I am currently a sophomore at Bonnie's. I play rugby. I've been playing rugby for about 5-ish years, and I'm a Wynton.
All right, that's lovely to hear, man. If you have a good day outside today in the campus. So my first question, of course, is going to be, right, can you introduce you to rugbyers? Why rugby?
My sister played, and she studied abroad of Australia. Then she went there and became education. She went and played, and then she came back and she was rugby, and then they been fighting part, and so she was like, you should try. And at first I was like, no, I'm doing track. I don't want to do it. And I finally tried, and I was like, I love the sport. It was mostly the environment of it, and also the physicality. I feel like first it comes the environment, and then the physicality is you know what, I can take it.
So I love that idea. I must have got so heavy. So was your sister introducing the sport the reason that you fell in love with it, or was there a specific moment that made you say, yo, this is the sport that I want to play for? That's actually.
I don't know. I feel like it was definitely the culture of it. When you play other sports like soccer or track, yeah, there's a culture, but it's not as strong as rugby in the sense of the girls are just you don't feel as close, you know what I mean? And I don't the whole thing where we do a social after a game. It's that type of stuff just kind of draws you to it. And then, obviously the scoring is fun and it makes you feel good, but it comes second. It's mostly the culture comes first, and then everything aside of it is oh, this is nice.
All right, word. I kind of agree with you on that, the culture where it brings me to my sport. I love basketball.
Yeah.
I think I couldn't survive without basketball. It's something I do maybe 5 hours out of the day if I could. But yeah. But speaking on high school sports, I see that to you. I mentioned in track a lot. Was that the one sport that maybe translated the best rugby?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. The thing about track is it's so competitive and there's so many people who do it. I mean, there's a lot of people who play rugby, but in the US, or it's a smaller amount to where it's not as competitive.
Yep.
It's definitely competitive, but track was oh my gosh, I felt everybody was insane to where I could be good, better than the average person, but the people who were on that that track were insane. To where it was when I came to rugby, I was oh, I guess I could run. I guess I'm fast, because then I had the skills from track and stuff and the endurance. So it definitely played a part. But in terms of passing and stuff, that was a hard thing to learn. Was transitioning from just literally focusing on your running stance to oh my gosh, I have to run and pass. Those type of things. It was a lot to learn at first, but as I've gotten more into it, it's come naturally. You know what I mean?
You play anything else besides track? You go besides any day?
I did soccer my freshman year, but track was my biggest thing. That was what I focused on the most.
All right. So, seeing more in high school, I did that. You played multiple levels of rugby. So you actually played for Orchard Park Thunderbirds.
Oh yeah.
He has opportunity to go to the Drop of Sevens family. Can you tell me about winning victories and some of his tournaments while also, and I think that Drop of Sevens got second.
Yeah.
Winning and losing that ice cream.
I feel high school level, we actually did lose our, oh my gosh, I think it was our sophomore year. I think my sophomore year, we lost 15s in states. We lost to Corning, and that was it was devastating. I mean, it's different when it's such a small the competition is so small to where you have one team where you're oh, there is only competition. So it was definitely head to head. But losing at that level, it was more fuel, you know what I mean? You would go from like, oh, we lost, but next year we're gonna like destroy them. And that's what we did. We beat them the next year, and it ended up like being a lesson for all of us. And like the winning aspect, it makes you feel like everything you've done was like for a reason, and that everything paid off in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was cool that really had no success.
Yeah.
Until one class changed that, and then success on success on success. So I feel like, yeah, the Rugby has to come.
Yeah.
And it's a deal with even.
Yeah, because then it's like, what's the competition? I mean, in the first place. So I feel like losing is part of it, especially like at that level. We can't just win all the time. You know?
So my next question is coming off that. If you would look at your high school, compare like your high school selves, and you compare it to your college self, do you think that your style of rugby has changed at all?
Absolutely. I mean, like coming into college, like now, like this, like preseason, that was a wake up. Like in the terms of like athleticism, like the amount of like miles we run in rugby, that was like, oh my gosh, I haven't had to run this much in high school, because you kind of just base it off of like, okay, yeah, you're our best, and we're gonna take you, and you're gonna be on that starting 15. To where like now it's like you can be the best, but you mess up, like, or you not mess up, you don't give your full effort in practice, like we're not gonna take you seriously. So you have to literally give everything at any moment. You have to be there on time. You have to be there on time, even when you're tired. You have to give it your all, which it really builds you and like inspires you to like be your best self, which is like it's really fun to go from a level where it's just like, oh, this is for fun, so now like, man, I gotta take this seriously and I gotta like lock in.
So word. And not to say like one piece of advice to that young person of yourself, what would you say now is being after school these level?
I would say like I should have explored more of like positions, you know what I mean? And if I were to like look back and like give myself advice, I'd probably tell myself to maybe like take it more seriously. You know what I mean? Because when it hits you and you don't expect it, it really hits you. You know what I mean?
Unexpected, your gameplay to kind of level up.
Yeah.
Or even you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I understood how like good other teams would have been. And they aren't. It's a challenge, and it messes with you mentally when you feel like you're doing really good and then it kind of doesn't show, but then it just drives you to do more. You know what I mean?
So now we'll bring it a little bit more into your these experience. Now that you've experienced a full season, what do you think have been your biggest adversity moments here at Bond Lecture?
I've been like
whether you're playing, practice, even anything that has happened been preseason. I'll get into it a little bit more of the life stuff later, though we're just talking rugby right now.
Like, what would I like? What do you mean? I'm sorry?
Like adversity, like what have you had to overcome?
Oh, okay. I would say like the mentalness of it. Like, yeah, like the physicality of it is a challenge, but you can, like when it comes to like going out there and like performing to your best physically, like you can do that, you know what I mean? And sometimes when it comes to like when you mess up, like you get in your own head. And like, I feel like when you get in your own head, it just, you feel like you like aren't playing good. So I feel like the hardest thing to overcome was just like being so hard on myself, and like the fact that like I am human and I'm gonna mess up and I need to accept those mistakes. And we always say in the game, like a goldfish, like, and I understand now why we say that, because if you miss a pass and then you just keep thinking on that, you're just gonna keep missing passers. You know what I mean? So I think I should be less hard on myself. That was one thing I'm had to overcome and have to overcome still.
But do you feel like the team is playing a role in you starting to overcome that?
Yeah, definitely. Because every time I mess up, they're like, "It's all right, get back into it. Next one." And that's hard, because there's a lot of sports that like I've said, when I played soccer, like they would really like pout at you. They'd be like, "How did you miss that?" You know what I mean? And now this is like a sport where like everybody knows that there's gonna be mistakes, and you just have to overcome those mistakes.
Yeah. A little bit of individualism nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I see from this team, especially, they do not pick individualism. It's team already.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That's what I love about this sport.
So coming off that question, we're gonna ask, what does it mean to you to be like connected to the body slang?
It was different coming from like, coming as a sophomore and like a transfer student. It was definitely different to like, I thought at first, like, I'm not going to fit in, like, I'm going to feel like such an outcast because all these other people started here their freshman year and they've been playing for, here longer than I have, obviously. But like, when I came here, like, I got like these posters and like all this welcome stuff. And it was just like, it was so sweet. And I like, they really, like at Bonnie's, like they honestly make you feel like you're at home. You know what I mean? Like everything has been so welcoming. I get like these like little fun posters at games and you get like posts made about you. It's the sweetest thing ever. And they really do make you feel like a family here. And I'm not just saying that because I go here. They definitely make you feel welcome and like a family.
You think that, my favorite I started, you just kind of answered that. I'm going to ask, going from college like Buff State, and then coming here, do you think that you needed that experience of transferring to become who you are today?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I would say so because coming from like Buff State, love that school. They just didn't really work on us individually. You know what I mean? As in like here we look at each other like individually in like lift room and practices. Like coaches look at us individually as players, but also as a team. So I feel like if I didn't come from somewhere where like the effort wasn't being there, I wouldn't have appreciated it as much. And I've grown in appreciation because I've seen like a program that was struggling with numbers, with coaches. So I feel like coming here and like having this field, having like our own locker room, having like the support of the college in general, it's grown in appreciation. So I'd say yeah. I wouldn't say it for the world.
I mean, say it for the world. Love to hear that. So now, we'll actually into a bit of your hobbies, a little bit of what you do. You get a Buff State. I hear that keyword, like fashion design and apparel.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what?
Wow. How did that come about?
In high school, I went to like a little trade school. It's called BOCES. And so like through there, like they taught us how to sew. They taught us like all these like aspects of it, and I loved it. I loved like the idea of it. And like you did like a few fashion shows, so I loved it. So I was like, I'm gonna go to college for this. And my plan was originally to go to Buff State for 3 years and then FIT for 1 because it was the cheapest option. And like it was like an automatic into FIT. FIT was a really good school. I loved it then, but I feel like as I've grown older, I've realized that could just be like a little side thing. I don't know, like I used to like paint when I was younger, and then I started drawing. And then like as I've gone to college, I've honestly gotten better. I feel like as you sit in like an area where like the library, there were some days where I was just like, you know what? I don't want to study right now, so I'm gonna draw. I just like sometimes draw in there and I like call myself to get better. But like I just love fashion because I still do. Like I still like, dress in that sense. Like I keep those like what's the word? The traits with me still. But I think I chose like so for medium because I just like to see the like the outcomes of it. Everything, like what it's like to see like clothes come together and like drawings, you know what I mean? I took singing lessons for a few years. No, actually not for a few years. I took singing lessons for like a year. And then, like, I kind of got more into it. But I always sang when I was younger. And, like, as I've, like, slowly seen myself grow, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try out for The Voice. And so I ended up, like, trying out for The Voice. And unfortunately, didn't get all the way through. I did get to, like, the third stage. I got, like, halfway there. So that I, like, posted those on YouTube. And then I got, like, likes. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to build this profile. I was hoping nobody would find it, but he found it.
YouTube did it.
Yeah, he found it. Oh, don't do that. And so I just like started singing and posting on there because I was like, you know what, why not? And then also on my TikTok, I play some things too. And I learned like piano and guitar. So I was like, you know what, I can sing and play. Like, why not like post it?
Are a form of therapy, maybe either sometimes more than rugby or vice versa.
Rugby is like more of like you just like mentally clock out and then do it. You know what I mean? Like not like mentally clock out. Like it's like a different side of your brain that uses originally. Like I'm drawing and stuff. Like I just kind of just do what I want. And rugby is more of like you should be very, what's the word? That's a bump there. I guess strict. You can be very strict with yourself in like terms of like everything you try to do perfect, you know what I mean? And then art, it's just like you just do whatever you want, and then whatever ends up like looking like is what you get, you know what I mean? And so like there's times where like I want to just clock out mentally, so I'll just grab my guitar and start playing, and like I'll go like to the fire pit or the pavilion and just start like playing to my by myself, because it's just fun and it's something that's like I want to just keep the skill of it, and so I keep playing and trying to learn more, you know.
How does your family play a role in rugby and their life in general?
They're definitely like, I love them to death. They come to everything they can. My dad will fly out to come and see like any game that he can. I feel like they helped me get here. Obviously, they helped me. They push me to know that I can be more than what I think I could. You know what I mean? And I think I didn't expect that I could get as far onto a team that's like won national titles and hoping that we get our best year done. But they definitely they push me to do more than I thought I could.
So, do you see yourself playing post-collegiate rugby?
That's like a dream. I think everybody had these dreams that seem so far-fetched, but to say that like they're far-fetched, you just like, it's just limiting yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my dream would be to play for, like USA Eagles. That'd be a dream. But I feel like if you have to get the dreams like that, you just have to take it step at a time. So I don't know, maybe next, like, maybe for the either also team. But I think that's my next step.
I know I already asked you, what could you say to your younger version of yourself in high school? What do you think a version of you in 10 years will say to you right now?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe because looking back at my younger self, I would have told myself to work harder and get every moment that I get on a gear and be everything. I think the older me would say for thing to be trying every minute we have. I think that's what I said.